Okay, I'm up. I'm out of the nest. I am no longer bedrotting. I am going to go out and do something today.
Unless could have kept it on him. Oh,
Oh,
hi.
hello. Sorry, I feel like you keep running into people in the basement. Hi.
Guess it's a bit of a strange place to run into people.
Yeah, I suppose it's my fault. I sort of live here now. So, hi.
Weird question. Have you happened to see a bird carrier around here?
I don't believe so. Should there be one? I don't really go in the workshop too often.
Jade
Would it
is
be
in here, and I was gonna bring her back, but
Oh, I see.
don't know where her carrier is.
Would it be in one
Close that
of
so she doesn't get
these?
out.
It's not with the eggs, so I don't really know.
I
I'm
guess I
afraid
could make a new one if I remember how to do that.
is fair. It's been a while since I've made one, so I also don't think I really remember how to put one
Let's see.
together.
It's probably like wood
I'd
and
assume-
iron.
That sounds about right. I would think. So crafting table somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Slabs,
Sure
iron,
we
and a
can-
stick. It seems.
Slabs, iron, and a stick. Okay. Well, there's slabs of this I saw, and a stick. Well,
How
I guess I can put a stick out of this.
the entire storage system of this room not have any iron ingots? That feels.
There was iron blocks.
There's blocks. I
There we
may
go.
have skimmed past those because I was looking for ingots.
Got it.
Oh, there.
There. Thank you,
Oh, yes.
by the way. I was.
Of course.
Here, let me go get Jade. Wait, where? There you are. There you are, little girl. Come. Don't fly away. Come here. Come here. Nope, that. Now look what you made me do.
She seems to find the situation very humorous.
Come back. No, come back. There we go. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You can talk to her.
Yes, I can. Yes. She likes
Just-
being in her carrier.
That's good.
Yes. So it's cozy, actually. Even if she prefers flying around a bit more.
How have you been?
Better, I think. I've been sort of slowly trying to reintroduce myself to society. But I'm doing all right, I think. I talked to Pietro, so we
Oh,
we're on better terms now.
that's good.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm looking for you.
Yeah. How are you doing? Since I know that last time we spoke, the book kind of was some uncomfortable revelations.
I think there's only been more of those, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You Pietro knew. What was the name of the person of your mentor?
Oh, Gia. Yes, their name's Giovanni or Gio. We call them Gia. It's not, which is with an A, but it's more of a term. But Giovanni. You said that Pietro showed you some of the research, I think, on things.
Yeah, I didn't remember the name before.
I see.
I think I knew them. I knew them. They knew they I had a
So,
no, maybe no, that maybe I just dreams aren't always accurate. Maybe it was just
I mean,
making it up. They didn't have an accent, did they? Like
yes. Well, a bit like mine, much more like mine than Pietro's. Yes, they had an accent. Actually, I suppose an accent quite a bit like mine. Why? I suppose if they. Pietro said that they were part of the Alpha game, but that couldn't have been when you were there.
I think they were there when I was little. I had a dream or a memory last night. My father said that I should go back to Giovanni, my tutor. I should go back to my tutor, and then he said that name.
I mean, I suppose I don't exactly know what Gio did for the Alpha. How old were you? How old are you? Sorry, I don't know if that's rude. I.
Oh, it's fine. I'm 20. 7. I'm not great about keeping track of my birthday. 27. I was.
See.
God, I would have been 2, 3. It was little, really little.
I suppose that it would have been before they found Pietro. I suppose it could have been them, but you.
You're an investigator, right?
I suppose that is a term that would fit. Yes.
You've done a lot of researching before. I have things I'm trying to figure out. I know it's a lot to ask for your help with things, but I can prove that some of the things that you thought were right. I can prove them. I can show you the obelisk. I can take you there.
That is tempting from a research standpoint, but also sounds very much like a separate, isolated location. I'm sorry. I know. I'm a little hesitant. What are you throwing at? Oh, okay. Oh, that's a lot of weapons.
That's wait, even here. All my weapons
You don't.
and my armor.
Okay.
You can even.
Hi. Boss, you don't. Oh, hi. Hello, Jade. Hi. No. It's okay. Are you sure about this?
I'm not going to hurt you. And you can if it makes you more comfortable, you can hold the sword to my back while I show you.
Don't know if that would make me. I don't. How do? How do I help? Is this right?
Not quite. You need to either put your hands a little higher or spread them a little further apart to hold it correctly.
Oh, okay. More like this, I suppose.
Yeah, that'll give you enough leverage.
Okay. If you're sure about this,
Come on.
okay, yes, the Obelisk. You said you were trying to
Do you have
find something, sorry?
flight crystals?
Yes, plenty. I got, I met someone named Mojave, and they said they didn't need them, so I sort of have an abundance.
That would make sense. It's basically pretty directly below this.
I see.
I'll go slow.
Okay, yep. Thank you for this. You didn't, I suppose need to do any of this, but I appreciate it.
All right. Come on. Let's down here.
Let's see.
All right.
Should. Oh, all right. That's hidden.
Here, I'll
Oh.
leave the door open.
That's Wow. That's.
This is the obelisk. One of many. It's what holds the islands up here. Right now, this leakage is showing that something's wrong.
It's gorgeous
They-
in a way. Just the way it's constructed and the channeling of magic. It's. I don't know. I suppose I just expected a spire of black rock, way.
No. There are a lot more than that.
Let's see.
There are a lot more dangerous too.
I can imagine if it's worth doing the things you have to.
That's what I thought I was doing. That's not an excuse, but I found out that they've been telling me a lot of lies. And I've been blissfully ignorant of a lot of truths.
I can certainly relate to that to an extent, although I think it seems that yours is far more sinister.
And I said there was just more uncomfortable realizations. I mean it. I don't know exactly why or how it's connected. A while ago, I talked to you about my eyes.
Yeah,
They didn't always used to be like this.
I think you mentioned, or you mentioned that your sisters didn't used to be like it, perhaps.
Yeah. It's because we weren't born avian.
Sorry?
Kalia and I were born humans.
I so I wasn't aware that was something that you're an avian though.
Yeah, now I am. You see the writing on the obelisk?
Yes.
I have writing on my back like it.
I see.
It's why you can't understand any of my magpies either. They're not real magpies.
What do you mean they're not real magpies?
They were turned into that. They were turned into birds. They.
Okay.
The Avocane recruit. Typically between the ages of infancy and 8 years old.
Oh.
And not all recruits make it through training.
Oh, God, I see. When I spoke to Aaron about your magpies, we talked about how they weren't normal, how they would. Oh, she thought there was something wrong with them. They're not. But I suppose you. Whatever they tried seems to have been more successful on you.
They didn't try and turn those babies into birds. They used those bird children to turn me into this.
Oh. I see.
I didn't know. I didn't know, and I'm
so sorry, boss.
No, I'm not telling you to make you feel bad. I'm just.
No, I know.
This is why I'm trying to figure out everything. And I'd like your help. If you're willing to give it.
Of course, I would very much like to help if I could. If you would allow me to help with this. I think as much as I've resented you for a while, we're on the same side of whatever this is. Just I'm not sure where to start with a lot of it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I could tell you everything I know. But there's a lot of gaps in my memory. And I don't know. I think your brain works more organized than my shoddy memories do. At least based on the walls.
Organized is a strong word, but perhaps I sort of.
You had a wall of things.
I suppose that it was. I would, yeah, I don't know how organized it really was, but it's somewhat. Actually, when you appeared in the basement, I was leaving to make an office, I suppose, to help organize things. I sort of, I realized if I'm going to keep looking into this, but I'm also going to keep saying I sort of need to separate it from the library and my house and have somewhere else to do this all.
I guess that makes sense.
I was on my way to build something when I ran into you, and you were looking. Sorry, you can have Jade back. I feel like I have to carry her. She says she misses Mama. That it's nice to see you around, since you're not as home as much when Daddy is. I'm assuming that's a rune. Sorry, I just sort of.
No, that's fine. Do you want a hand with your office?
Oh, I mean, I suppose, yes, I would appreciate it if you would be willing to. You don't have to, of course. It's
I mean, if you're gonna help me, I will do everything I can to help you.
Well, yes, I would appreciate it. I can sort of show you where I was planning to build it, if you.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to
Here.
stay here for anything. Oh, I suppose it's not exactly a pleasant place to be staying.
I agree. Not exactly somewhere I like being all that much, to be honest.
I can imagine. Thank you for bringing me here. It does mean
Now you
a
know
lot.
where it is.
Suppose I do. Yes. I might have to take some notes on it sometime. Yeah, you should have these back. I don't. I didn't. I'm sorry if when I said that about bringing me to an isolated location, it seemed I didn't actually think that you would hurt me. I just
It means you're getting more cautious. Maybe that's a little bit smarter.
Smarter, maybe, but it's not exactly the most pleasant way to go about life, assuming that everyone is trying to kill you all the time.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes, sorry. I should
Here.
take you. Yes,
Let's go back up.
yes. See if I can find my way back. Oh, sorry. My wings are still a little bit ragged at the moment. I'm getting well. I'm dealing with the stress plucking, but it's I need to very quickly grab an ender chest from here in Ritz house.
You stress pluck your wings.
Yes, quite badly. In fact, I have for about as long as I can remember, I suppose. But I think it's perhaps part of the reason that I find flying a little bit more difficult. I just don't quite have the. I forgot that when you break it.
Connor, 1 second.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
What?
Connor, 1 second. Oh, hi, Gemini Day Raiders.
Oh,
Holy crap!
hi. Yes, sorry, I had to pick up the chest from down here with the supplies in it. I sort of forgot to bring it with
We're
me.
gonna show where we're gonna build.
Yes, back up. I sort of. It seems that our. I don't really know if we have a name for. Would you call it a town? I don't. I don't know, but whatever it is seems to be expanding, and there's this spot. Oh, the building is done. Sorry, there's a spot around near here that I had marked out just over there on the other side of the canopy, but this building was not completed the last time I came through.
Yeah, it's Ash's post office.
Oh, that's wonderful. haven't seen Ash around in a while, actually. Not really since him. Oh, that's from Mojave. Sorry, I just noticed Mojave left them a gift from the excavation of the theatre, I'd imagine.
That seems like a little bit of a passive aggressive gift.
I think so, yes. They were a bit caught off guard to discover that there was a building on top of the theatre that when we came past. We didn't exactly know what it was because it was only half constructed. But yes, anyway, sorry. On the other side of the post office, I was sort of planning around here for building.
Perhaps where the giant X is?
Where the giant X is, yes. Other bit, it's not particularly subtle. But I sort of, I've been subtle in my locations for the last while, so I sort of try to be a little bit more obvious this time.
Break a habit.
Yeah, I suppose.
Breaking habits. I mean, oh, that's what we were talking about before. The stress bucking. It's a...
Yes.
Sorry, maybe it's weird for me to be like, you're stressed. I molt a lot when I'm stressed.
I see.
And for a while, was plucking the green feathers out of my wings.
I think I noticed some of the green feathers down by the obelisk. Were they yours?
They're... Yeah. Yeah.
See.
Some of the side effects of finding better ways to contain magic. Not exactly a great great time.
I can imagine, especially with... I don't know. The more I learn about magic, the more most of it seems somewhat painful, to be honest. It's...
I
You said you
would agree with that.
You said you had the writing on your back. Is it like a tattoo, almost?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yeah.
I suppose...
I have more on my hands, but they're a bit more like burns than tattoos. They were tattoos and then magic. I didn't use very good materials for them.
That is fair. I can imagine. Well, yes, just channeling the magic. If you were to, I imagine with the energy coursing through, it would be quite. Sorry, I'm trying to find the words.
It's okay. You can find.
I imagine there's a lot of energy coursing through at any given moment. I'm trying to channel it through a incomplete or roughly done tattoo or branding would hurt. Yes.
What are we building here?
Oh, we're building. I hadn't exactly come up with a distinct plan. I was sort of just thinking, an office of sorts, or a shop feels wrong. I don't know if it's exactly a service, but I thought if there's more, the more I learn about magic and how we're all embroiled in it, the more I feel like perhaps the research of it should be more public than just my office tucked away in the library. It feels like something that perhaps people should be able to look at themselves. And I just thought having space out here to do that would be nice.
I think that would be nice. It sounds like a good plan.
Thank you. Glad you think so. And of course, if there's anything that you would prefer that I didn't leave out publicly here, we can put things aside. But,
all right. What next?
I was thinking perhaps a spruce for the walls is normally my go-to. If I I bring it in slightly. You... I don't know, I suppose you can feel free to... add your own designs if you have any ideas. I'm realizing now that I normally plan these out more. As you can tell by the library, it's quite architecturally designed at the start. This is much more learning to let myself go about things with some less overthinking.
I think that makes sense. And oh, the flock has a good point. I should warn you about something. There's other Avocane around here that know where this is. That there's other there's another
Okay.
Avocane.
How potentially dangerous is the presence of that other Avocane?
My hope is that it's only dangerous to me. That she will only bother me. Is my goal.
I mean, that's not... I was going to say it's not a best case scenario, but I suppose none of it is. That's still not good if you're in danger, Vast.
I mean, it's better than everyone being in danger, right? And
Marginally, perhaps.
we're trying to figure out a solution, but if you see a goshawk, goes by the name of Viviana, avoid her. She's definitely not safe.
I see. I'll keep that in mind, I suppose. Any other Advocate members lurking around that I should be aware of, or?
Well, there's an ex-Avocane member.
Oh. I was mostly joking, but okay.
Armor actually might be really helpful to your research. Though I don't know if I would frame it as research. I don't think he much cares for that particular term.
Noted. Armor, to double check, is not the same as the magician who lives in the van. Are they different people?
That's Taliesin.
Okay. Good to know. Sorry, I was hiding for a while and I came back and suddenly there was like half a dozen more people living here that I hadn't really met or spoken to, and I see. So I will keep an eye out for someone named Armor, perhaps.
Oh, I guess here, Jade, you can sit out instead of just being in my hands. Though I probably will keep you in the carrier so you don't get lost in the forest.
That's perhaps fair.
Because that is something that you will do. At least I think.
I wouldn't put it past them. Well, I don't know about magpies specifically, but I know that the ravens like to scatter about a lot of the time.
I think everyone else can tell that where the magpies always are. As they spread often.
That is fair. You mentioned before that Giovanni was your tutor when you were young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember much of what they did?
I'm trying to... I don't think they were my tutor for very long. Otherwise, I feel like I would have remembered the name when Pietro said it, but
Let's see.
wait, their accent, it's like yours.
Yes.
I
quite
remember
right.
I got in trouble for that.
For the,
I got in trouble, and my parents, they removed Giovanni from being my tutor because I wouldn't stop mimicking Giovanni's accent.
oh. I see. I suppose it is slightly distinct. I mean, I mimic it now to an extent. The more... I don't know if it is mimicking. I always used to think it was, that I mimicked them, because I mimic Pietro without thinking about it when I'm near them. And I assumed I was always doing the same with Giovanni. But then I was alone for a while, and I still sound like this, so... Yes, I suppose this is just sort of rubbed off on me a bit.
Is it mimicking if it's how you grew up? And that's just what your accent is?
I suppose not anymore. I always liked to think that my accent was a bit more like Peter's, but no, I think it is more like Gio. They told me once that they knew another little bird with talents one time. I was...
Oh.
I suppose I never thought much of it because well, Pietro has talents, but you... When I was younger and they helped me design my boots, they said that it was okay and that they weren't different because they knew another little bird who had talents. I suppose I could have been you, can...
Oh. You said you grew up in a library with them, right?
Yes, they had their own library. Quite extensive. Perhaps even more so than the one we built there, which is surprising considering how much that's, well, gotten a bit out of hand, as I've been informed by our newest employee, I suppose.
Wait, your newest employee?
I don't know what to refer to them as, actually. I was accosted when looking for pizza by an individual named Elwood, who took up residence in the library and then told me that we had organized poorly. And so I think that they now have taken it upon themselves to rework the library. I don't know. They're starling, I believe, with sort of very nice purplish blue feathers. And anyway, yes, they told us that it was not organized to code. But yes, Giovanni had a library. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I just was going to say that it seems fitting that they had a library. Pretty sure Giovanni's the one that taught me how to read.
Oh. Yes,
I mean,
that does sound like them, or something that they would do. And I suppose
I'm
it's...
trying to figure out how to give you a roof.
I was also thinking of how do I do... I was about to put bookshelves in, and then realized perhaps I don't put bookshelves in while it's raining, because they will get wet.
I was trying to decide if the edge should be in blackstone, perhaps, and then
Yeah, I think that...
maybe a top in mangrove.
I think that would be a nice contrast, yes. I suppose if it doesn't work out, we can always rebuild
Doesn't
it at some point.
contrast horribly.
Hmm.
Let's test this. Oops. It should be this.
I suppose it's comforting to know that, at least even working with the Avocane, you know, I suppose I'm not finding out that they were doing something completely diabolical if they were teaching you how to read.
Yeah,
Sorry, that makes it sound like the... Well, I suppose I don't,
No.
I don't really know how I should
That's
refer
all,
to
I
them.
understand.
The Avocane.
I understand. I know what you meant. I think. Okay, wait, I'm possibly making a roof.
And
And
it
if
looks
we-
nice, yes.
I don't know if you want like a full arched roof or just a flat roof. I don't know what an office is supposed to look like, I must admit.
I also
But-
admit I'm not entirely sure. I think that just a roof along this shape should work well enough for the building. It doesn't need to be particularly extravagant, I suppose. If there was some more mangrove or blackstone.
Did I accidentally
I think
steal
you may have stolen a good portion of it.
One moment. I was putting corners in. Here, I'll toss you the blackstone.
Oh, thank you. Just throwing rocks at me from the roof. Thank you. Use slabs around here.
Was Giovanni nice to you growing up?
Oh,
I
yes.
guess I don't even
they
know
were-
what age you met them.
I suppose I don't really know what age either. You mentioned earlier not entirely knowing your age and keeping up with dates. I suppose we never fully figured out how old I was when Peter found me, but I would have been 2 at most. Peter was maybe, you know, 4 or 5 at the time. But I was very young when Geo took me in. They'd taken in Peter a small while before, and I was just sort of found. A little raven avian left in the world, and they took me in. They were very kind. Perhaps a little bit too kind at times. I think I perhaps got away with more than I should have, but they were sort of always there. Even when I had ridiculous requests like boots to hide my talents in, they helped design them, which...
I was going to say, how is that even comfortable?
I mean, it's not particularly... They weren't exactly for comfort. I didn't like having talents. And do you know
Let's get
what
you out of the-
the sort of instinctual thing is when your older sibling starts picking on you as a child?
I will admit I was the older sibling.
That's fair. It's to sort of kick outwards to make sure that they can't get closer.
Mm-hmm.
And when your talons are as sharp as mine were, it tends to make those kicks a lot more dangerous. I don't know if you've noticed that Peter has scars across their face.
Yeah.
But they were from the two of us scrapping. And I didn't intend to hurt them. But I internalized afterwards that I could.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of my life has been spent internalizing the fact that I have the capability to be dangerous if I'm not careful.
Yeah.
I suppose.
It's interesting to hear that. I grew up knowing that my talents were dangerous. My father praised that he said I was born with them. That wasn't really true. We can put other light sources in. It just
Oh, are you sure?
happens to be that...
I forgot that it sort of completely covered the light source. I sort of...
No, we can cover them. It's just the only light source I have at the moment.
No, that's all right. I did forget to bring some. I'll put it over there. I suppose it must have been different. Sort of growing up with the intent of being dangerous.
Yeah, you could say that for sure. It's very different.
I'm sorry you had to endure that.
Guess I never really thought about it as anything other than what it was supposed to be.
That was my thought. It's the stairs.
Oh, and here I can move her.
Oh, you can put her up onto
Just
one of
want
the
her-
stairs on the table if you'd like.
Yeah, you can be over here. Shall we get some doors? Maybe I should do that.
Oh, yes.
Let's see.
Yes, I think that fits.
Proper doors.
Somewhat of a proper office now, I suppose. For
A big wall for
well,
pinning things.
yes, that's exactly, yes. It seems like there might be a lot of things that need to be pinned up there now.
Here, I'm gonna properly say hi now.
I'll close the doors for
No.
Yep. Oh, I admit. I've had a building for 2 seconds and I've already started wrecking it.
Breaking it.
There we go.
I only remember how to remove birdcage. There we go. There.
There you go.
Yeah, you gonna approve the office for us?
Well, you always have free reign of it whenever you would like, Jade. Well, welcome back. Thank you for helping me build it. It's been surprisingly nice to spend some time with you.
You too, Virgil. Let me know when you get set up and I'll come back. We can talk about
You can,
everything.
as I said, drop in any time. I would very much like to help work things out if I can. And I'm glad that you trust me enough to tell me about things. About yourself and the King. I'm sure that from what you've described, that's probably not exactly second nature. But
There's a lot that I want to learn, but There's actually something specific that I'm really trying to figure out.
Well,
My father, he's the leader of the Abacane.
I see.
He ordered me to kill my sister.
Oh. Vast.
And I want to know why.
Of course.
Desperately trying to remember why.
This. I promise that if there is anything I can do to help you figure out why, I will. And hold on. So I'll close that so Jade doesn't escape.
Here, I'll scoop her back up. Where are you?
How do you spell your sister's name?
Kalia. It's Kalia.
There. The first mystery on the wall to be unraveled.
Thank you.
Of course. Any time.
I should put your supplies back.
Oh, I suppose.
I won't steal them from you.
Well, to be fair, I stole a good portion of them from Rune, so they're not exactly mine to begin with, but then again, it seems somewhat common. I seem to run into a lot of people returning and or borrowing things from Rune's basement.
That is very fair. Say goodbye. We're gonna go.
Goodbye, Jade. You go have fun with your mama, and I'm sure I'll see you around at some point. She seems very excited to get to spend some time with you.
Thank you.
I'll
see you later.
Yes, I'll let you know if I make any progress with anything. And
yeah.
I'll keep you updated.
Thank you.
I'll see you around fast.
See you around.
Well, certainly more eventful of a day than I expected. I wasn't expecting any of it, really. It was nice getting to talk to Fast, and I have an office now. I have an office. And something else to work out. A new mystery to solve among all the others in this place.